Say hi. Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing my Friday review slash current reads, but there is no review today because I didn't finish the book that I was reading this week until today, and that would be Love Ingleside by Ella Montgomery. This is the last book in the Anne of Green Gables series. As you all know, I was rereading the whole series, and I really thought that I would be able to finish it all by the beginning of the week, but it ended up that apparently I couldn't, and mainly that was just because of school and stuff. I just wanted to talk about this book because when I first read this book when I was a teen, I really didn't like this one. Not because it wasn't well written or the story wasn't good or anything, but because I didn't like Rilla. And I realize now that my mindset and the way I saw Rilla, why it affected my opinion of this book. And I just wanted to talk about how this changed. When we enter into this book, Rilla is 15 going on 16, and she's vain, selfish, and very spoiled. And you get that sense of all that right from the very beginning. And I knew from the book previous that she was spoiled, and when I first went into these books, I couldn't understand how she became so spoiled because Anne is not the kind of person who would spoil her children in that fashion. But then I realized now that it wasn't Anne or Gilbert's fault, but it was just that when she was born, most of the children were much older than her, so they kind of spoiled her themselves because she was the youngest and all that. And I realized that, so I went into this book with a more open mind to that because it wasn't really the parents' fault exactly, like it just happened naturally. And now I can understand that this is something that happens all the time with families. I mean, it's something that tends to happen naturally, and you can't exactly blame the family, the parents themselves exactly. It's just sometimes it just happens and you don't mean for it to happen, but it does. And that was the case in this book. And the reality of the thing is that although Rilla is vain and spoiled and all that, you do sense underneath all of it a really good and kind person. And she doesn't stay that way. She grows up really fast, and not because of the times or anything, but because of the circumstance. And you know when you're reading this book that there's no way that she would have become that mature and beautiful person inside if there wasn't that natural tendency towards that way in the first place. So although at the beginning when I first read this book I didn't like it because of Rilla, now I absolutely love it and I just can't get enough. And this book is so heartbreaking. Like, I really love this book now because my mindset and the way I've grown has changed into a different opinion of certain things. So I think that it had an effect on how my opinion has changed when it comes to Rilla. So that's really interesting. I wonder, has any of you had that perspective change where maybe it wasn't the book itself, but it was the way you saw the people in it, and when you reread it later on, many years later, when your opinions and your perspectives have matured and changed in some ways, that you actually like the book much better. If you have had that experience, let me know down below. So now that I have finally finished the Anne of Green Gables series, I am going to be going on to the next book that I need to read, and that is Ready or Not by Meg Cabot. I'm not going to talk to you what this is about. This is a library book, and I'm really excited to see where my opinion lands on this one, because this is also a book that I read when I was really young, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how my opinion might have changed with this, because I know that I really liked this book when I read it the first time, but my opinion on Meg Cabot has changed a little bit, mainly because of her adult book, but I don't know if that will go forward into her YA books. That will be what I'm reading for this next week, and hopefully I can finish that right quickly and get into the next book, because these are library books and I really need to get them done. That was my video. Tell me down below what you guys are reading this week, And thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, and sub, and I will see you in the next one.